I do have a crush on my banjo teacher. When I was a kid, my parents sent me to a childminder after school every day, and I would sit and draw and eat grated cheese out of a little bowl that she would give me, and I would watch Ed and Oucho on CBBC.
Woo!
Yeah. Now, I'd never really fancied anyone before. I barely spoke at school, and the other kids really terrified me. But the idea of fancying someone was way beyond my social capacity at that time. I could barely look the TA in the eye, but Ed, I could stare at all night long. For those unfamiliar or maybe looking a bit confused, Ed did the little bits in between the programmes. Before MI High would come on, Ed would sit behind a little desk with Ancho, the cactus, a puppet. And they would laugh and bant together like the bros they were, and Ed was a little bit awkward, you know? An awkwardness about him, I liked him. A bit nerdy with just a cactus for a friend, you know? We were the same. I would sit and watch him every day and draw pictures and stick them on my bedroom wall. Look, the reality of the situation is every crush I've ever had has looked a bit like Ed. My first boyfriend was a Dungeons and Dragons nerd. I would do my maths homework on the floor while he would play games on his PC. We were nerds. It was comfortable. He was comfortable, just like Ed. When he left to go to the University of East Anglia, I bought an African land snail as a pet. It was an attempt at filling the void. I still have it. My second boyfriend was also a bit of an Ed, but with a troublesome sprinkling of Tennant in there too. Let's admit it, irresistible to any child going through puberty in 2009. That 10th Doctor cocky sex appeal only exacerbated my adoration for spindly brown-haired men with sideburns. Unfortunately, this boyfriend also succeeded with the Tennant-esque threat he brought into the lives of those he loved. I was Rose, as I'd always dreamed, getting emotionally shafted by a man with an underwhelming screwdriver. I'll leave that there. Now, there have been all sorts in between, yeah? All encounters with all sorts of different Eds, all the different flavours, all of which I'm sure we will get to at some point further down the line, don't worry. But this crush, this Ed, Banjo Ed, at my ripe old age of 25, has hit me just as hard and all-encompassing, all-consuming. And yeah, it is a bit funny that it started a lesbian banjo club. All right, he's a lesbian in the way that Hosey is a lesbian. He's like Ed, but with a banjo, not a cactus. He's got an irresistible shyness about him, a husk, a Bristolian twang that us 20-somethings find irresistible, and a kindness I get from watching him play the banjo, the kindness I got from watching Ed on the telly all those years ago. And he's safe, and he's definitely single. Hilariously, I think that's where he fits in most with the other lesbians at Lesbian Banjo Club, who are all definitely single as well, like me. It is a bit classically me to have fallen in love with the only straight man at Lesbian Banjo Club.
The bland, deep, bitty taste of mud. Sticky, moist, warm, clammy, swallowing, clings to the roof of your mouth, stuck between your teeth, chewy, full, darker than dark chocolate and bitter, foul, doesn't go down. Aftertaste I want to forget, but an intrigue to the strangeness. Do I want some more? Sweet somewhere, sweet with slime. Muddy, brown, stench of earth, damp, musty. Something was once fresh somewhere. Patches secrete a whiff of something more. A foul smell, I can't help but steal a sniff again. I want to get away, get some fresh air, but something here in this cloud of ground is a warm safety. It's cuddling me up with its sticky, over-eager touch. They said, "Hello, little fella," like we were old friends. A tenderness, a gentle reach I imagine a mother might attempt. That was it, an attempt to connect to me with an undertone, perhaps, of fear, a nerve unconcealed. She thinks I won't notice. She thinks I haven't even heard, maybe, like the words passed through me, washed over my slick, tacky flesh. But I heard them, and I know what she means, and where she's going.